Okay, in this video, I'm going to share the correct structure you should be using to track your insurance campaigns, how to track leads being processed on the website, how to track purchases being tracked on the website, and basically how to feed that data back into the platforms. And what I'm going to give here is a very short video and a high level of just the correct structure you could use to be able to keep things simple, to make sure it works efficiently, and then any corrections and amendments that need to be made future in adding offline conversions, adding further optimizations in tracking, it can be just centralized into one area. So this, what I've got here on screen, is the incorrect way of doing it. And this is typically how we usually see it. So just a quick introduction. My name is Brandon. I own a digital marketing agency where we help insurance companies get more policy sales, more leads, more customers from adding acquisition systems that we implement and maintain that gets customers coming directly to them. Through a lot of account audits, through a lot of campaigns that we've ran, tracking, it seems to be a problem with near enough every insurance company that we take on. Either they have no tracking at all and they're running existing marketing campaigns really blindly, or they have tried it in the past and then just not implemented this key element, or they've got a few tracking systems in place, but it's very messy. It's hard to identify where potentially some of the tracking issues are, and it's just very hard to make any changes that we need to. So typically this is a 30,000 foot view of how an insurance company would have things tracked. So for instance, they would have their website. They would then have a code on their website that connects Bing. They would then have a code on their website that connects Facebook. So that's going to be your Facebook pixel. They're going to have another code that's connected to their website, which is going to have Google Analytics. And then very typically their Google ads are going to be actually connected to their Google Analytics. And then they've got Tag Manager for any additional softwares and things that need to be added. That sometimes is actually connected to Google Analytics as well. And then they have the website code that has Google Tag Manager. So the problem with this, like I said, it's very messy. It's hard to identify what's working, what's not. And it's also hard if they add any additional websites, domains, or they want to duplicate something and then run another brand side by side. It's very difficult for them to be able to just have things centralized in one area. So that's typically when you open the platform, how the platform actually wants you to do it. So the platform wants you to connect it to the website. But what we've found is that's not the best way to do it. It's not the optimized way to do it. And if we look a bit further down, this is really as simple as it needs to be. Okay, so you've got your website. This should have your tag manager added to this. So your tag manager, you just want one code. When you add tag manager, technically there's two codes, but you just want one platform connected to your website. So this is just going to be your tag manager connected to your website. And then through there, you want any of your marketing platforms, your additional third-party apps to be connected to the tag manager. So the tag manager acts as like a centralized hub for all of the other platforms. So you want to be able to connect your Google Analytics, your Bing, your Google ads, and your Facebook ads all within Tag Manager. And then what Tag Manager allows you to do is run preview through the website and be able to identify what elements have been triggered at what time, which means if you set up a lead to be fired, so like a pixel event or a Google conversion event to be triggered on a thank you page, you can add this all through Tag Manager, run a test through Tag Manager, and then you can see in real time which tags are being affected and which tags are being triggered, which means you can identify flaws in tracking, you can identify quickly and make sure that it works. But the main thing why we do this is just so everything can be centralized in one area and it can be made easier. So this means if we now need to add conversion value, so we've got the client who's now added a quote and bind, click to buy, purchase facility, we know that we can just go in and we can just add value, we can add, policy number, all through this, very simply, back to the Google, and then we just know it's going to just go and connect straight to Tag Manager, which is going to connect straight to the website. So look, if you are struggling to add your tracking in, or you're just not too sure on the best way to do it, screenshot this. It's a very high level view. It's super easy. It's not going to be complicated. It's not supposed to be complicated, but if you follow this structure, your tracking is just going to be more accurate. It's going to be easier to maintain, and everything, like I said, is just going to be centralized around one area. Just a really short video. I wanted to share my thought processes on this. If you've got any questions, feel free to shoot me a message. If you're interested in getting more sales, more customers for your insurance company, that'll be the first link in the description. My LinkedIn is also attached there. Feel free to drop me a connection on there as I share, information and value on that as well on a daily basis. Really appreciate you watching this video. Hope you're all having a great day, and thanks for watching. Cheers.